feet. You don't know what you're doing. You don't have a clue, one, it's how
It
to pick
doesn't
a
matter if
jury
I
or
know what
how
I'm
to.
doing, Your Honor.
I
But if Nick
filed it.
Bauer,
My
what?
wife is going through school for everything.
I'm in law
What you're talking about right now.
literally.
We know what we're doing.
I know how to pull
You're
the
in law
MPL
school,
codes and all
Miss
that.
Bailey?
Yes, I am.
Law school, yes, she is.
At where?
Southern New Hampshire University. Have been for 2 years.
Southern New Hampshire University is an online university. I don't think they have a
Yes, they do.
an accredited law school, but you're
They
apparently.
do.
Well, all right.
This trailer park tenant insists she's in an online law school and is ready to fight her eviction. Do you think she's prepared or delusional? Watch and decide for yourself.
So our next matter, our 130 matter, is Golden Pond Estates versus Travis Millerans and any other occupants, which include Randy Bailey. Mr. Steve Cromendike is here for the plaintiff. I had a little trouble interpreting the pleadings, but Mr. Millerans, they want you to move and terminate your tenancy. That would give you 10 days to move out, 90 days to move or sell your mobile home. They allege some violations, but I can't yet tell what they are because the pleadings weren't very clear. Mr. Cromendike, you wish to speak to that?
Yes, we're waiting on getting some police reports pursuant to a FOIA request and are still waiting on those. And we've been waiting for quite some time. So I don't have those now. It is my understanding that the police have been at the park related to Travis's behavior a number of times recently. In addition to that, I've got a couple of notes here, and Mr. Dave Elliott is present regarding some altercations with Travis and Dave, who was doing some maintenance at the park, threatening, Travis was threatening Dave. I've also got a couple of voicemails to another park manager that were fairly threatening, and some complaints from neighbors as well.
Well, Mr. Millerans, that doesn't sound very good. What's your response?
Threatening me, you mean?
Are you Travis Millerans?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. Well, they want you to move out. What do you think of that?
I'm not moving out nothing. They don't have no reason to kick me out. I didn't do nothing wrong.
But I can't wash it full now. Yes.
Dave is the problem.
Times more cleaning power, plus it contains plenty of.
You are, bud.
I have been in contact with Meg as well. She just isn't present today.
We have an attorney.
She is on a bench trial right now, so she's not present today.
I spoke to Meg last
All right.
week.
Well, here's what I can tell you from my files, Mr. Cromendike. Mr. Millerans was charged with domestic violence second offense in 2 file 911 SM, pled to disturbing the peace in front of Judge Patterson. Excuse me. And he hasn't paid the fine. Then in the most recent case, 251627, charged with resisting and obstructing a police officer and domestic violence from August of 25. He's on probation from Judge Patterson here at the court. That is file 251627. He isn't making his payments in that either.
His probation officer told him to pay for his anger management class and everything before he started his paying on his fines.
All right, that probably makes sense. Let me get those numbers again. 251627 FY. And these are just the ones from 25. 25911 SM.
What was that second one? 25911.
SM. That was the disturbing the peace. I believe that was at the park.
Okay.
It was between me and Travis.
Yes. And I believe the other one was also at the park.
Yes, between me and Travis
right.
because my nosy neighbor.
Well, apparently they don't want you to be there anymore. They'd like you to move your trailer and go away. The law says you're entitled to have a second hearing in this matter. And you allege that you've contacted Megan Bauer. All right, Mr. Millerans and Miss Bailey, let me
Yes.
repeat. They want you to move. They want you to take
Right.
your trailer out of their park and leave. And if they got what they asked for, next week, I would give you 10 days from December 11th to move the trailer and 90 days, or 10 days to get out, 90 days to move or sell the mobile home. We may need to actually have a hearing on this before we get to that point.
Yeah, me and
I'll
Meg
pull the
been
police
speaking of
reports
that.
from those other two cases that I quoted and see if they happened at the park. At any rate, you stay in contact with legal aid. If they are going to represent you, they'll file an appearance. But we will be back here next Monday by Zoom at 2:00.
Your Honor.
I
Yes.
think Meg said she'll be gone on the 8th.
Well,
And
if she's
she's,
gonna file an appearance, she knows what she needs to do.
Oh, okay.
If you are
I'm
able
not
to,
Go ahead.
if you're able to get copies of those police reports, is there any way that I could get a copy of them as well?
Yes, if they did happen at the park, I will email them to you.
Okay. Appreciate it.
well, what
All
is,
right, thank you.
what are these,
I'll
what
see
are these
you
police
both
reports
next week.
about?
What?
What are these police reports about?
I don't know yet. One was the DV between you and Randy at the park.
That has
Back in
nothing to
August.
do with nothing.
Yeah, the allegations on that paper
That was
involve
against
him
Dave.
and Dave.
But Dave don't like me. That's the only reason why they're trying to get me out of here.
Well, all right, that's one reason, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Um,
they're gonna have fun because I ain't going nowhere.
Okay, well,
My trailer's too old to be moved. No trailer out
yes,
here
they
can be
generally
moved.
are. You'd have 10 days to move it
I've
or sell.
been here for
30
11
days.
years.
All right, well.
And I
this will be
also paid
fun.
my rent today.
Say that again?
They're
I-
taking my rent money?
I paid my rent today.
Well, they're not supposed to take your rent once they file a motion to terminate
Well,
your
I've been
tenancy.
paying my rent every month faithfully. I
That
paid
could be an issue, Mr. Crummendike.
$474 last night.
All right, we'll address that.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at the ledger. It's an online payment system, Your Honor, so I'll have
Yes.
to see.
And if I'm getting evicted, I want my money back.
Why? You're still there. You're paying for rent for time that you're actually there, not future rent. Anyway, we'll address this further
Okay.
next Monday.
What do you
That will be-
mean why? Because if I have to move, where I need that money, that's why.
Yes, okay. But
Like,
you're
I'm not
living
trying to
there.
be.
You've just paid December's rent. Well, we'll address it next week. It'll give me
Okay.
something to look forward to. Thank you.
It's almost
Thank
$800.
you.
I need that.
Okay, good afternoon. This is Golden Pond Estates versus Millerans, Travis Millerans. Also occupying the premises is Randy Bailey. Ms. Bailey, is Mr. Millerans with you?
Yes, Your Honor. He's right here.
Oh,
Yes, sir. I
All
am.
right, hello, Mr. Millerans.
I'm gone.
That's going all right for a cold Monday afternoon. This is a termination of tenancy matter. Just cause, 3 lates in 12 months. And I think other just cause. They want you to move your mobile home off of this lot, number 3. You don't like that idea much and expressed that last week. You have filed a written demand for a jury trial. And we received that on December 5th. And I believe you also paid the $50 jury demand fee. Mr. Cromendike, what's your position?
Just to be clear, this is not, this just has to do with health and safety concerns, not with
Yes,
missed
not three
payments over
lates.
12 months. Yep.
Yes, I'm
Um,
sorry, we said that last week.
Yeah, so and where we had left it last week, I think my assistant submitted some of the documentation I have. There have been some incidents with Mr. Elliott, who is on the Zoom call here, who is does maintenance for the park. And so he's attending, and if you'd like to hear from him, we had left it last week that had made a FOIA request and was waiting on police reports, as the police have been there a few times, but still do not have them. I think you had said you were going to call and see if you could get a copy of them as well. When we reached out to your office earlier this morning, it sounds like you hadn't or didn't have those yet. So I don't have any police report.
I got our file numbers. And at least I only know the things that resulted in a charge. So if there was a charge, we'd have a file number. If there was a complaint made, I don't have that. At any rate, the defendant has filed a jury demand. And so we're going to need to set this for a hearing. Also, I got I didn't know what it was. During the lunch hour, I got an email. And I opened it before I really knew what it was. And it was apparently Mr. Millerand's bitching out Golden Pond Estates, cursing at him.
Yeah, that was my assistant sent that over just as that's the documentation, shall I say, that we have. So I wanted to make sure that you had it.
All right, we're going to need to set this for a hearing. Mr. Millerans, can you hear me?
I can.
All right, you've demanded a jury trial. I started here 23 years ago. We've yet to have a landlord-tenant jury trial. Judge McManus was here for 36 years before that. I think maybe he had one. You don't know the rules of evidence. You don't know the rules of procedure. You don't know how to introduce evidence. And you want to have a jury trial where you're going to bring in 36 of your fellow citizens, try to represent yourself in this case, selecting a jury, making an opening statement, presenting evidence, cross-examining witnesses. It isn't as easy as it looks on television. Now, you had indicated that you were going to have Meg Bauer represent you. I have not seen anything from legal aid, and Ms. Bauer's been gone on a trip. What's your position?
She told me after today's court hearing, I have the email to contact the office and set an appointment with her, so they can further decide if they're going to fully take on this. She advised me to file this, and I did. My position on it is, you're very correct. I will have everybody in this park against them. Currently, there's sewer backing up in people's homes.
And don't even want to pay the bill.
And this happened as of last night. And has been like this for a week.
Oh, and
say that again, your sewer backed up?
Yeah, it's in more than one person's trailer, and Jared is complaining about it, but this is
did it back up
ongoing.
into your trailer?
Yeah,
Okay.
but this is a problem from lot 1 to lot 7. There's tree roots in our ground, and if they would do the proper investigation from what everybody knows out here for 11 years, then they would know that this is an ongoing problem, and they're gonna have to deal with it, whether they like it or not.
Those may be two separate things. Now, if you are threatening to beat up the personnel at the place or doing other things,
that never
call
happened,
the police
Your
to
Honor.
come. Stop. What I heard, and I didn't really know what it was till I opened it, is you calling them up, being very rude and disrespectful and swearing at them and tell them you're not going nowhere. This is your home. Once
is my
Meg
home.
Bauer hears that, you probably won't want to touch this with a 10-foot pole.
She knows what has been said. I've told her.
And I'm not trying to be rude, but this Dave guy, ever since he took over this park, he's treated nothing but all of these tenants in this park like trash.
Like word lower than a
Well, let me
low.
ask you this. If it's that terrible there, why
No.
don't you want to move?
Because he's barely ever out here.
Because I've lived here for 11 years and this is my home.
Well, you own the trailer, you don't own the lot that you're on.
Travis said he's more than happy to sign like a conditional dismissal to where he has an agreement with the whole park and with Dave and Jared and everything to where he won't get in trouble, where he won't say nothing to nobody or anything. Like I stated last week, though, he also is getting ready to take anger management. He does have mental health problems. His medication interacts with each other, and he has an appointment December 15th regarding his medication. And I do have witnesses to the fact that Dave came running all the way from the end of the trailer park to get in Travis's face when it had nothing to do with me and Travis.
All right, now you are listed as all other occupants. There is no lease here, Mr.
Right, because when I
Cromendike.
go into the email, it won't let me sign it. It never would.
Slow down. Mr. Cromendike, was there a lease at one time?
I believe so. I can go online and check right now if there is one.
No, there's not. But if you go into the app, it says my lease is good until 2026. But I haven't signed a lease because every time I open it, it takes me right back to the app and it don't give me an option to sign anything. And I've been trying to
Was
figure
there
that
a-
out since
Ms.
August.
Bailey, slow down, slow down. Was there a lease at one time?
No, I haven't had a lease since they took over the park.
Yeah, I do not see a
When was that?
lease in here. I'm not sure when they took over this park. Dave or Casey, can you guys speak to that?
It's been probably close to a year. It's probably right at about the year mark.
It's about a year and 2 months, 3 months.
So you don't even have a lease. You're
Which
living
isn't
there
my
as,
fault.
well, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. You don't have one. A
There's a
lease
lot of
gives
people
the
who don't.
tenant certain protections, and whatever previous lease you had is lapsed. So you're living there without the benefit of a lease, which means you're what's called a tenant at sufferance. And they want you to move and remove your trailer. So you don't have the protections that you would have in a lease. Because whether you didn't sign it or they didn't sign it, there is no lease. So you don't have the protections that a lease provides. You got a tiger by the tail. You filed a jury demand, apparently on the advice of Meg Bauer. And so I don't have any discretion to circumvent that. We need to set it for a jury trial.
I mean,
And,
Travis is more than happy to start doing stuff. Jared and Travis had spoke before Dave and Travis got into this argument that had nothing to do with me and Travis. Jared had told Travis last year when there was a problem with Dave.
well, who is Jared?
Oh, he's the owner that nobody even knows.
Jared is one of the owners, Your Honor. He's a member of the entity that owns it. Jared also owns the property management company, which handles management of the park. So when he's talking with Randy and Travis, my suspicion is that it's in his capacity as the owner of the property management company.
Yeah, Travis and Jared had an agreement that if there was a problem out here, Jared would speak with us instead of Dave. Then it went from nobody communicates with anybody.
No, because, oh, that's right, because they don't have time for this trailer park.
We don't even have a manager out here to report anything to. I have text messages from Jared telling me it's not his problem to worry about things out here. Let the police handle it. Okay, the police stood on my porch and told me multiple times to get Jared on the phone or a manager because they wanted to speak to him. They refused.
All right, well, this is filed as a termination of tenancy. They allege numerous violations of the park regulations and procedures. You don't have a lease, so you don't have the protections.
I don't
of
even
the
know what
lease.
the rules of the park are.
Good point.
And I've never had a
Anyway.
violation.
Well, they're alleging that Mr. Millerance has, and
Well,
these
I mean,
foolish
where are the
voicemail
papers?
messages you just left
Well,
do not help the situation at all.
where's this written proof at?
Because we've really never been wrote up for anything.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
And how am I such a bad person out here when all I do is
Well,
try to
I'm
help
not,
people out?
I don't have an answer to that because I haven't heard the evidence yet. But they want it sooner than later. I'm going to set it for jury trial for January 28th, 2026 at
Like this
8:30.
is ridiculous.
Well, maybe so, but I didn't bring this case. They did. They want you to move. And so they brought this lawsuit to get me to compel you to move. You've demanded a trial in front of a jury. And you have a right to do that. You've paid the $50 jury demand fee. You don't know what you're doing. You don't have a clue one as to how
It
to
doesn't
pick a
matter if
jury
I
or
know
how
what I'm
to.
doing, Your Honor.
I
But if Nick
filed it.
Bauer,
My
what?
wife is going through school for everything.
I'm in law
what you're
school.
talking about right now.
Literally.
We know what we're doing.
I know how to
You're
pull the
in law
MPL
school,
codes and all
Ms.
that.
Daly?
Yes, I am.
Law school, yes, she is.
At where?
Southern New Hampshire University. Have been for 2 years.
Southern New Hampshire University is an online university. I don't think they have a
Yes, they do.
an accredited law school, but you're
They do.
apparently. Well, all right.
We don't know what we're doing.
All right, so
But no, I mean, we're more than willing to sign paperwork, stay in. Travis won't say anything to nobody or get in trouble or do anything like that, which is a conditional dismissal. Obviously he's gonna take anger management that I have to pay for $250.
How would we
Part of his
define what,
probation.
how would we define what getting in trouble is in a conditional dismissal?
I mean, I've had one before, so I'm sure Judge Middleton could explain that to you.
well, he knows what it is. He was just wondering whether you understood what it is.
Oh, no, I understand because back when I had 3 other owners prior, they did do one with Travis because of my neighbor that still is a problem.
I've even asked Jared when he took over this park.
All right, just stop.
Why
I'm
can't
gonna
I
set a
talk?
jury.
Stop.
Because I didn't ask anything. You don't just blurt stuff out when you're in a courtroom. I'm trying to schedule this matter for your requested jury trial. We're not taking any testimony at this point. Nobody's under oath. Now you guys can discuss it among yourselves and see if you can come to a conditional order of dismissal. But they filed to terminate your tenancy for multiple violations. You filed a demand for a jury trial. So I'm going to set the jury trial for January 28th at 8:30.
And will I be there in person?
Yes, Your
Oh, I
witness
won't
and
be.
exhibit lists are due by January 9th.
Okay.
I won't be there.
Why not? You don't want to be there on January 9th?
28th.
28, no. We're gonna have witness and exhibit list due by January 9th. We're gonna set a pretrial conference in advance of jury.
And we got a lot of people out here backing us up.
And you need to subpoena all of them.
All right, we'll get right on there.
And now, in the meantime, you can discuss some sort of potential conditional order of dismissal. There are
Yeah.
lots of issues at this park. It's a transition from an old privately owned to a new partnership owned property. There's well issues, there's septic issues, which predate everybody here.
Right,
except
pond
me.
water.
This juncture, though, they simply want you to move. You are adamant that you don't wish to move. You don't have a lease. You don't own the lot. There are habitability issues with the lot if the sewage is running back into your trailer. But I'm gonna try to force this to a head. Now, all your witness and exhibit lists are due by January 9th. I'm gonna set a pretrial on that day. That's an ugly day. Oh, gee whiz. Already got a trial set that day. I wish they'd put the name in there. I've got a termination of tenancy case set for that afternoon. Oh, it's Williams. Ugh. I'm gonna set it for Friday, January 9th at 11 o'clock. Eleven to 12 pretrial. So you have to file your witness and exhibit list by that date. I would ask you to file your jury instructions, but I don't want to put Mr. Cromendike to that until we actually decide whether we're going to have a jury trial on the 28th. But you have to submit your witness and exhibit list. If you got 27 witnesses you wish to call, you have to provide for them to be there. You have to subpoena them or get them to agree to come voluntarily. We'll block out one day for this jury trial. I'm not gonna spend a 5-day chasing my tail over this. So in the meantime, you can discuss a potential conditional order of dismissal. Mr. Cromendike, I'm willing to put everybody, you and Ms. Villa and the defendants in a breakout room right now to discuss some of those things. I think Mr. Elliott might just add fuel to the fire, but I'm at least willing to put the three of you in there. What's your perspective on that?
I'm not against it at all.
All right.
Mr.
Mr. Elliott, you're good. What?
Before you do you know when Meg is going to be back from her vacation?
No, I don't. She was gone and then she was gone again. I haven't heard whether she's gonna file an appearance in this matter. According to Miss Bailey, she's the one that told him to file the jury demand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can send that to Mr. Cromendike. I mean, I have no problem even showing him what Meg told me.
All right, you guys
Told
can
me if the
discuss some of
hearing
that.
Yeah.
was adjourned today. She told me to call the office after the hearing today and schedule a phone appointment with her. But they couldn't do nothing because she was going to be gone, so she couldn't like accept the case because she was going to be gone. But now after this hearing today, I'll have to hang up and call them and schedule an appointment
Well,
with
if
her.
legal aid gets in, it will be in a better posture.
And
But for now,
I did
they're
talk
not.
to Meg about this beforehand as well.
Okay.
So I have talked to her about it already.
All right. Does it sound like she get in it?
She wasn't sure at the time.